Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, break. 70, go.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Niner defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
19 tight, 19 tight.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The Seahawks 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 70 Rangers, take over.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set.
Back to throw. Shields. This is Fant on the short completion. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A 37-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10. Right at the 30. And Chark goes in motion left. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Throw left side complete. That's Ford. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we...
Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Jason Myers now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Got a man, that's Ayuk. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Purdy now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Ford. And out of bounds right around the 20. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 5. Purdy gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they'll get this down to the 10. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Purdy looking to throw.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Back to throw, Purdy.
Being chased out left.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And it doesn't matter who carries it, apparently, as they'll drop him behind the line as well. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
The 2nd-round pick leading this offense well. It'll be a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a 2nd award in week 2 of the season.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Walker. And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Shields. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Returning right back to Lockett.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
2nd down and a yard.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Shields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Walker. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Shields. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Walker. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And Hill will opt for the touchback.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Shields. He'll buy some time right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Let's go. Go.
This time they stay on the ground. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And powering through at the 35. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now Purdy.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback. But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That is taken in by the tight end Fan. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Running left is Walker. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, He ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Dances by him. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Walker with another carry. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Throwing here, Purdy.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They caught about back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play, and on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Outright to Smith and Jigba.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked by Julian Love. And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
61 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And going right back to Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Shields. He'll find Metcalf. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, They want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, here's Walker.
And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and that should just about do it.
It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So the victory here for Seattle, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you got to like what you saw. What do they call that, a total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Seahawks, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.